there, I'm Christina Jobs from ACS News, reporting live from the corner of 57th Street and Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, Illinois, at the Museum of Science and Industry, also known as the MSI. The museum would not be here today without the help of Julius Rosenwald, who pledged $3 million to the creation in 1926. To create the museum. After 7 years of planning and building, the MSI finally opened its doors on January 19th, 1933. That was over 71 years ago. The MSI is more than 4,000 feet and it has over 200 exhibits. It's one of the largest science museums in the world. Let's go take a look inside this amazing museum. Here we are at the museum's transportation gallery. There is an actual United airplane, Boeing 727. You can talk to real United pilots that volunteer in the exhibit. They will tell you about the plane flying. You will walk around the plane and see the cockpit, and don't miss the safety video. Here we are in Chicago in the year 1910. Look around. Do you see some familiar names? Maybe Marshall Fields and Company, also known as Macy's, or the Jewel Tea Company, today known as Jewel-Osco. Here you see some fashions people wore, see the silent movies they watched. Stop at an ice cream parlor for a sweet treat. Come visit yesterday's Main Street for a trip back in time. Now we are looking at the first interactive exhibit in the museum. The coal mine experience has been here since 1933. You can see the coal get mined from the earth, weighed, put into carts, and placed on a skip, which brings the coal back to ground level. The exhibit shows how coal was mined in the 1900s and how it's mined today, using computers and modern equipment. Hope you're not wearing your best clothes. Here's the baby chick hatchery, one of my favorite exhibits here at the Museum of Science and Industry. The first baby chick hatched here in 1956. You can learn a lot about how a chicken develops its eggs and watch a chick peck its way out of its shell and take its first steps. The exhibit also teaches you how to tell if the chick is a boy or a girl. Can you hear the peeping? Here at the MSI, you can find the only World War II submarine in the United States of America. It arrived here in 1954. You can board the U-505, see the missiles control center and bunks and eating areas where the Germans lived while trying to escape capture from the Allied forces. This is an actual historic landmark. The submarine weighs as much as 3 Statues of Liberty and is almost an entire city block long. Imagine moving that around the city streets. Another very popular attraction to visit is the OmniMax Theater. You should visit it because it's Chicago's only 5-story domed wraparound theater. Right now it is showing 2 movies. First is D-Day Normandy, 1944, about the Second World War. And if you're looking for something a little prettier and happier, Flight of the Butterflies. This film is about monarch butterflies migrating. Thank goodness the monarch butterfly weighs less than a penny. It has to fly all the way across the continent to the mountains of Mexico. Come enjoy this amazing experience for all ages.
The Toymaker 3000, an adventure in automation, introduced us to robots in the world of automatic assembly and computer-integrated manufacturing. Meet Max and Lisa, 2 very smart robots. Let us see what they can do. It's robots like these 2 that are used in making toys. Let's see how it's done. First, the 2 halves get carried down a conveyor belt. Then, the glow-in-the-dark piece gets placed in, and they get glued together. Then it gets tested and packaged and sent on its way to its new home. Now we have finished our toy at MSI.
Here we are at the Pioneers Ever exhibit, all aboard the Silver Streak. This exhibit will take you back in time to see how excited people were about this new train. You could ride the train back to Denver, Denver, Colorado to Chicago in style. We can walk through the train compartments and even drive the train with help from a computer in the engineer's car. I hope you enjoyed our tour today. I can't wait for you to come experience the Museum of Science and Industry here in wonderful Chicago, Illinois. We'll be back with the weather. This is Christina Jobs signing off from ACS News.